We had a new president, Dave. And I know you are fully libtarded. So how do you feel about that? We can say libtarded now because Trump's president.
Dude, you know what? I felt bad because I did something that was maybe kind of nasty. I spent the day looking at my Facebook and just seeing reactions.
Nasty little boy. Yeah, me too.
And it just was interesting because, I mean, you know, it's like, it sucks. It's bad, but it's kind of one of those things where to be honest, oh my God, I maybe shouldn't say this.
Just say it, dude. Nobody's listening. It's just me and you in here.
Okay, thank God. No, it was my girlfriend's mom. It was almost like a tiff. Not a tiff, but she found out that I didn't vote.
Uh-oh. She's a Kamala queen or a
slay queen.
What?
Yeah.
She slayed?
Yeah.
She slayed the ballot box?
Yeah. And when she found out I wasn't a
white
dude for Harris.
You didn't vote? Why do you hate women?
Mainly because of the talking.
It's called yapping now.
Yep.
Nice.
I just the way I explained it was, you know, part of it is like it's actually not really just laziness. I think it's something as simple as like no one earned my vote, and when it was just
good for you,
she put out the stuff of like, well, but we have to do the lesser of two evils, and I was like, at a certain point, that's what spawns the evil. And you just can't. And weirdly, it caught me off guard because I didn't really feel political about any of it. But at that moment, I was kind of like all these things rose up in me. I was just like, I'm being political. I was just like, yeah. I was just like, this is no. You can't keep doing the lesser of two evils because you just keep giving us more shit,
more evil,
and shittier shit.
Yes.
And it's just like, at what point? What, you want it to be like the singularity where the two evils are like just together, and then what? Like, fuck. And I just thought to myself, I was just like, I think that's a good answer. No one deserved my vote. And you know what? If you want to say,
that is good.
What does your vote matter? You're just like a dude who slept in a dumpster, and now you're unemployed, and you can't come and you can, like, do all this stuff. I would just be like, yeah. And they still didn't earn it.
So what does that say about your candidate? No, I'm actually to the point where I don't think there is a lesser evil. I think it's just two equal evils.
Right.
Here's the big difference, and why I actually think everybody knows my politics on the show, but
Trump.
I'm actually glad the Democrats lost.
Okay.
I actually think that it's better long term for the country that Trump wins, not because he has any set of policies that are going to be pursued or anything like that, but because we are living through the end of neoliberalism. The Democrats are insisting we stick with it. And neoconservatism, by the way.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Because I don't want to forget this. You know what's the crazy thing is? Dude, it is, it's Bush, Biden, and Clinton.
Yeah, exactly.
And it maybe, you know this statistic? That for the past, I think it was till 1976, that every election has had one of those names.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly.
Who would have thought that they would just, those families would be killing it so hard?
Yeah.
You know, right?
Meritocracy is bullshit. We live in an oligarchy. But this
Olive Garden?
This end of neoliberalism and neoconservative, what the Democrats are trying to do, they are saying that we're the party of the status quo. We don't want anything. I mean, Hillary Clinton ran on America is already great, and Hillary Clinton's campaign strategist really led the Kamala campaign. Instead of traveling with somebody like Bernie Sanders, Kamala traveled with Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney, trying to get trying to get these neoconservative, never Trump Republicans. So you basically want to be the pre-Trump Republican Party. You're not inspiring anybody. There's no vision.
God.
It's literally telling Americans, first of all, you think you're having it hard economically. The data says you're fine. We're the party of completely detached elites that are completely comfortable and don't know any of the economic struggles you are going through, nor do we even try to speak to it. We want neoliberalism as the economic system to continue, and now we're absorbing neoconservatism from the Republican Party as Trump kind of casts that into a question mark, right? It's not that Trump's going to end every single war or be some anti-war isolationist president. but he is confronting the neoconservative consensus of the military-industrial complex. Definitely on the front like Ukraine, and we'll see what happens with Israel. But, he has this America First ideology where it's like, we're not going to get into these wars and spend all this blood and treasure, et cetera, which Americans fucking want. So the Democrats have shot themselves in the foot by trying to be the party of more of the same, ran by detached elitists. They have a cohort of young women that they've really riled up with this talk of you're going to lose all your rights, and then you see these videos of like these 22-year-old, 25-year-old women melting down, literally thinking like they're going to be, their bodies are going to be taken from them and they're going to like have to go into fucking camps or something, like literally breaking down really hard. And I think that's kind of irresponsible on the part of the Democrats to work these people, and you see the same on the right when they lose, of course. But to work these people up into a fervor for their own cynical campaign gain, that these people are now in a totally new America. They're in Gilead. They're going to be, the next Hitler is here, which they literally said Trump is the next Hitler, running up to it. And so people that take you seriously, you work them up into this hysterical, fear-based reaction. I think it's incredibly irresponsible, but I think Trump is the imperfect representation of the end of neoliberalism and neoconservatism. And this process has to play itself out, and Trump accelerates that necessary and inevitable process, whereas the Democrats try to calm everybody down and keep things on the same track. And the same track is untenable. We can't keep living under this economy. We can't keep living with endless fucking wars. We can't keep giving trillions of our dollars to go murder people around the world, while here people don't have stuff like healthcare or education without insane debt. Housing. People can't even get houses here. So that whole elite needs to be purged from government. They've failed over and over and over again. And instead of taking accountability and responsibility, the Democrats once again blame everybody and everything except themselves. And they're not going to learn from this. They're not going to switch to a more economically popular campaign. They're not going to develop some vision, because the entrenched corporate interests that love the status quo and have been made rich by the status quo run that party from top to bottom. Yeah. And it sucks that Trump has to be the alternative instead of somebody like a Bernie figure, which is, the left-wing answer to the end of neoliberalism. Right. End the wars, redistribute wealth. We need universal health care, unions, higher wages. When they squashed that on the Democratic side, they handed over the victory on a silver platter to the right-wing version of that, which isn't health care and higher wages and child care. It's tariffs and mass deportations and bigotry and who's a real American and who's not. Yeah. And the Democrats are at fault for that. So I actually see this as ultimately a good fucking thing. And Trump really has the possibility with this mandate, this overwhelming support, winning the Senate, maybe the House, to fundamentally change things. And it's going to be scary and ugly, and some of those changes are not going to be what we want, because the Democrats strangled the left alternative in its crib, and they gave us the right alternative. So that's going to be an uglier version of the detachment from neoliberalism and neoconservatism. But that process is happening, and unfortunately Trump is the bull in the china shop that is going to fuck shit up, and things need to be fucked up. The elites need to be displaced, made uncomfortable. Fundamental change needs to occur. And because of the Democrats, we're going to get the right-wing version of that instead of the left-wing version. But the version is going to still play out regardless. Yeah. So I'm not emotionally invested in it, right? I'm just like, let it happen. Bring it on.
Yeah. I mean, it's so craven and the Democratic Party, they're like my Wellbutrin dick, dude. They got fucking...
They just can't come.
Yeah. They can't produce anything.
They're a dead fucking party.
Yeah.
We are also living through a realignment. Like, what the Democrats and Republicans have been our entire life is fundamentally changing. And it makes me sick to my stomach that now the Republican Party is the party of the multiracial working class, more so than the Democratic Party.
Totally makes sense.
It's gut-wrenching to see the right be able to take that mantle. But again, that falls at the feet of the inept, the corrupt, the venal, the self-serving, the detached Democratic Party elite. Who are just coastal elites with a fuck ton of money, and they don't have any sense. In fact, they look down on people like you and me, on people that they see as lesser. Non-college educated people are the liberals, the coastal rich wealthy overeducated liberals genuinely feel themselves to be the moral superior of everyone
Right.
else. And that smugness turns anybody with a fucking mind and a heart off.
Oh, it's radioactive, dude.
Yes, yes.
It's just like, yeah.
It's a vision of like a 22-year-old girl with no life experience wagging her finger in your face, calling you a bigot and a piece of shit. Vote
Yeah.
for us. It's like, or a wealthy, detached corporate proxy empty suit telling you that if you don't vote for us, you're a fascist and democracy's over.
Right. The little
So.
pride flag on the
Yeah,
lapel.
exactly.
Just-
empty identity politics, more of the same corporate and meaningless economy, and endless wars forever all over the world while we leave our own people to rot here.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm like, you know what? It's not too bad being addicted to drugs. Because like I'm just like trying to kick this thing, and I'm worried about that.
I just say for anybody out there that's worried, your concerns are valid. I'm not trying to downplay them, but you're in community, you have friends and family. Understand that this is a process that has to play out. Treat it like a roller coaster and ride it out. And try to stay sane and balanced and reasonable in the midst of changing political winds, knowing that this is history. This is how life works. Every generation before us faced their own turmoil, uncertainty, tumult, fear, change, etc. Think of the people that lived through World War II. Think of the people that lived through the Civil War. This is just how history happens. Things have to change, and they are changing, and that change is scary. But that's why community is important, family and friends are important, organization is important, and we're all going to be okay.
Oh, yeah. One thing I wanted to bring up is like, dude, it's so crazy. All these like fucking white dudes with like the Punisher logo on their like Yeti tumbler and like the monster logo on the back of their truck nuts on their F-150, and they're just like talking about like the absolute rape of my rights when you want me to get the COVID shot. And it's like, can you imagine the fucking Vietnam draft?
Absolutely.
How crazy would that be? Like, you're just chilling in like Omaha, and you're like, maybe I'm going to trade, or actually I got a little scholarship, I go to school. No, you're in the fucking jungle with a gun.
Go die in the jungles of Vietnam.
That's so crazy.
For no reason other than to quote-unquote stop communism.
I mean, at least they did it.
Yeah.
They
Who won the
nailed it.
Vietnam War again?
Mission
Oh,
accomplished.
wait, hold up.
Mission accomplished.
But yeah, it's just bullshit, and yeah, I hope that fundamental change happens. There could be nothing better that could happen than the neoconservative and neoliberal elite across both parties is utterly discredited and purged from American society. That has to happen, and because they won't allow the left to do it, they're saying they're giving the green light to the right to do it, and that they're going to do it. Yeah. And it's going to be ugly too, because it's going to come with mass deportations and the rise of fascism and bigotry and turmoil and chaos and instability. But again, that's what the Democratic Party hands us. They think that they can just keep saying, democracy's under threat, everybody except me is a fascist, at least we aren't the other guy. We're not going to offer you anything. We're not going to they're not even offering health care. When Kamala ran in 2020, she was like a Medicare for all person because they all had to deal with Bernie outflanking them on every issue. So they all had to kind of do that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mention health care at all anymore. It's not about health care. We're not helping you with the minimum wage. We're not doing anything for you. Just vote for us or you're a fucking bigot.
Right. It was
amazingly that doesn't work on people.
Yeah.